Hello, and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's so good to have you here with me today. And I want to take you around the garden to look at all of the wonderful things that are happening for this new autumn season. And we want to tour and enjoy this time in the garden for fall 2020. Hello there, and welcome to Catherine's Garden. It's so good to be with you here today. And I just want to take you around the garden and let us look at the things that are happening in the front side garden, in the front and also the front side garden, which I call my urban cottage garden. So I want to show you how the sunflowers have opened up and they're letting out their beautiful, beautiful glow of yellow. It's so pretty. And then also my zinnias have now opened up. They look larger and it's really cute. So I want to show you that. And then also we did some touching up of the side border, adding a little fresh mulch there, and the mums have released their flowers. So let's take a walk around and look and see what is happening in the front and the front side garden. Early in the morning, it is so very still here, and everything is still looking so good and moist. My husband updated the beds by adding some black mulch here in the front garden, and it just makes everything pop. I just love this view right here with the tree, my neighbor's tree, and this whole side border. It's just looking really good. So I just wanted to update you on this, especially when everything has been cut and mulched. This to me is a perfect picture of the garden, my urban cottage garden or my city cottage garden. It's so still this morning. It's amazing. My kale have really grown to a substantial size, and I really don't eat this particular kale because it's so close to the car and the fumes, but there's another one that I tend to eat in the front. So this allows them to grow up and have this beautiful design. I also see the sunflowers. They have opened up along with a lot of the zinnias, and now the zinnia blooms are much, much larger and almost cactus-like in shape. With their multiple petals. And I haven't collected these tomatoes yet. These are grape tomatoes, and to me they just look so cute here. I think I will, of course, harvest them today, this morning. But I just wanted you to see these beautiful sunflowers. And it's from a pack of seed from the Dollar Tree, of course. Good morning. Now, these cosmos are about to open up too, and they also are from a seed pack from the Dollar Tree store. And that is what is creating my urban cottage garden feel here. My nasturtiums. I planted nasturtiums from seed, and they are now trailing throughout on the front there, and they seem to like that section. I remember in the 90s, I'm kind of dating myself, when I used to watch Martha Stewart, and she used to have a Martha Stewart gardening program, and she would talk about planting nasturtiums and having them cascade over her wall. And she loved how it looked, and she would fill that whole section with nasturtiums. Well, I always had that in my mind and wanting to do the same thing. So I planted the nasturtiums there, and they did that. They actually cascade over the wall, that little cement area. And I think it's because they love the heat and the warmth of it. And so let's take a look at the nasturtiums. garden is just looking really great. I love how it is early in the morning when it's still and calm, and you just sense that peace in the garden. And so I want you to just enjoy the garden with me. Each season brings different changes. Each season brings its own special joy. And so I hope that autumn and this time of the year will bring you joy as you harvest and gather your fruits and vegetables, as you enjoy your flowers, and just the changing of the temperatures when the sun is out and you can feel the warmth of the sun. To take that time to come out in your garden and sit in your special spot and enjoy the season, because it too is changing. It will not be here forever, but you can take this moment, this time, to stop, relax, breathe, and enjoy your day. And this is what the garden looks like today. This morning, it is actually much warmer than it has been for the last couple of days. However, the trees are definitely changing color. Isn't this beautiful, this scene right here? Each day the maple tree is taking on more color. It the leaves tend to change in a yellowy orange color, and it definitely lights up the garden. I love the colors of fall. I love when the leaves turn color. It's to me, I love color, period. I don't know if you guessed that. I do love color. Of course, I love it coordinated and looking good. And Mother Nature is very good at coordinating her colors. She's our inspiration. So this is what the garden looks like. Isn't it so calm today, this morning? It's just beautiful. And then over here, let me show you this other side of the garden. I love my circle here. I love this area. And even in this border, this little corner garden, and the roses are still blooming. That's pinky rose right there. Curly pink rose. Nice big fat blooms. This area is going to be getting a change. We're going to be doing some work on the trees on this end, so we're going to end up having more sun coming into the garden. That way we'll be able to grow more vegetables. We'll be much more successful next year because of the sun. So we're enjoying how the garden looks now, and we're going to see some changes later on. for the fall season, and how has this season, autumn, greeted you? Are you out there and seeing the different changes? Are you enjoying your gardens? And if so, comment down below. And thank you so much. I am very grateful for your presence here with me in Catherine's garden. I'm also going to give you some updates. On the deck, there is a lot of things happening here, and I am moving things out from off the deck and putting them into the landscape. But there are some really special things that I want to show you, especially the propagated plants. They are really well established in their little pots, but I'm not ready to put them into the border or into the landscape. But I want to show you what's happening to the little buddleia plant, the butterfly bush, and how it has these little dainty flowers. And soon it will be a big bush, but in the meantime it's just so cute. So let's take a look at that too and see what's happening on the deck. I was able to harvest this pumpkin. It's a jack-o'-lantern pumpkin, and I grew it from some seeds from the Dollar Tree store, and it grew in the front garden and became this beautiful pumpkin. To me, it's almost perfect in its shape, and I just love it here on the deck with the owls and the hydrangea. It's just almost like the epitome of the season, the fall season. And then we can also see that the chrysanthemums and the asters are opening up, blooming and flowering. And so this is, to me, just a very pretty picture right here on the deck. So when I open up the door from the kitchen onto the deck, from the house to the deck, it just draws me in and makes me want to come and sit down with a cup of coffee and take in the morning, the beauty of the day. And right now the garden is so still. There is not even any wind blowing on the trees or anything. It's just so quiet, and even the birds seem to be content. There are times when they carry on and they just make a whole lot of racket. But right now, it is just so still in the garden, and that makes me extremely happy. Now, my tree here, my maple tree, is a Japanese maple tree. I moved it and shifted from one side of the deck to this side here. I believe because it will get a lot more sun, and it was starting to be affected. I don't know what is happening to it, but the leaves were turning white. I don't know if that's mold, and the ends were crisping up. But there are also areas in which it's very green and looking good. So I don't know if I was over-watering it, but I think since I switched it over here where it's getting more sun, it's probably drying out quicker, and the leaves are starting to revive. You can see some green growth here, a little bit more. Oops, sorry. Yeah, a little bit more green. The growth looks a little bit more greener, and I don't want anything to happen to it because this tree was given to me by my son for Mother's Day, so it holds a lot of sentimental value right now. For the winter, I'm going to leave it in its pot, but put it in a safe place in the garden area so that it's sheltered, but that it is still outside and it could survive the winter. I think it's going to be all right. Yeah, and there's also some joys here in the garden on the deck that I want to share with you. Look at this. My rose, it's given me one more bloom. Isn't that beautiful? And it smells fantastic. This climbing rose, it has a beautiful, beautiful fragrance, and I can't remember the name of it right now, but I'm going to look back at some of my other videos, and if you want to know its name, you can also go back to the video. I think I'll put a card up where you can find out the name of this rose. But it's a beautiful rose. It's a French rose, and it's a climbing rose, and it's giving me some more flowers. Isn't that beautiful? I think it's still doing well. And then also, this is so cute. I've got to show you this buddleia. Now, isn't that cute? And I grew it from a cutting, and to me it is just adorable. Yeah, buddleia, butterfly bush, and it looks really good. Yep, I grew it from a little cutting. You can see the stem there. I potted it up, put a little rooting hormone at the bottom, and just kept it moist, and it is growing to the point that it's flowering like this. I think it's just so gorgeous. So I have to find a place for it. I don't want it to get lost in the shuffle, and I want to make sure that it's able to grow, and that when we're doing garden cleanup that we don't accidentally pull it up. So I'm kind of ambivalent about what I'm going to do with it. I might not put it in the ground. I might just put it in a safe place with the Japanese maple and just cover it, give it some kind of covering, so that it'll come back next year, and then plant it out in spring. But I just wanted to show you that. Isn't that pretty? Now, along with this one, I have some others here. Now, this is a rose bush, and this you can find in the front garden. This is a ground cover rose. Let's see if I can. Oh, there we go. Yeah. And so I put it in the same time, and it has definitely developed roots. Let's just see if there are roots at the bottom. No. But it's developed roots, and it is its own little plant, and it's a crown cover rose. So I want to put it in a safe place also, and to have it come back and then plant it out in the garden as well. So I'm happy about this one. And then I have my hydrangea cuttings back here, which are doing pretty good. And then the ultimate one, which is down in here. Look at that one. That is truly a shrub. I'm going to be able to have a really nice shrub, the hydrangea shrub here with this one. So I'm going to put them in a good location for the winter, and then in the spring plant them up in the garden. So that's just an update on my propagated cuttings. in my past video, the last video that I did, I showed you the harvesting of this pumpkin, and we're definitely in the season of fall and autumn because the leaves are turning color all throughout the garden. All of the different trees are starting to show this the shift, the change in the leaf color, and it seems that a lot of my trees are going to be more of the orange yellow shade, which is really nice because it works well with the green. I just love color in the garden, so fall tends to be one of my favorite seasons of the year, and I really do enjoy it these months of September, October, and November. Now, you know there's going to be a lot of raking of leaves because I have so many trees all around, but that's okay. We work through it. And so come with me and tour with me and enjoy Catherine's garden. Have a wonderful day and keep on relaxing, keep on hoping, keep on shining, keep on being the best that you can be. Little by little, things are going to get better, things are going to change, and you're going to be ready for it. You just wait and see. If you like this video, then like, share, and subscribe. Comment down below. What are you doing for the fall season, and how has this season, autumn, greeted you? Are you out there and seeing the different changes? Are you enjoying your gardens? And if so, comment down below. And thank you so much. I am very grateful for your presence here with me in Catherine's Garden. So please leave a comment, subscribe, and like. And also come on back to Catherine's Garden. I really do appreciate you. And so have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for visiting here with me in Catherine's Garden. Bye. For more videos, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. And thank you so much for watching. See you next time right here in Catherine's Garden. Bye.